What's up everybody and welcome to the channel again. Thank you for tuning in. Pen friends everywhere, it's time for yet another pen review on our channel. And today's candidate is best suited for what we call a demonstrator pen. Now let's share some light on the adjective demonstrator that we use to describe a pen. In the good old times, when the main writing instrument of choice was the fountain pen, pen makers was using salesmen to pitch the idea of a new pen model to the retailers. Those salesmen were using in their presentation props, and often one of those props was a pen made from a clear material that was able to demonstrate how it was filling, how it can be disassembled or put back together. This is how we got to have demonstrator pens. From those samples was born a demand, and pen makers jumped to fulfill that demand. The pen that we are going to review today is the Pelikan M805. For those who don't know, Pelikan is a very prestigious pen company, German pen company, that stood the test of time, and it is still one of the top brands in this department in our days. Let's talk about the pen. Beautiful and elegant. For me, being a person that appreciates simplicity, I find this design very appealing. Now let's bring the camera closer and take a look at the details of this pen. I'm going to start from this end right here, and I'm going to walk you through the entire features of this pen. On the dome-shaped finial, we find the laser engraved company logo. Then we have the clip, which if you pay more attention to it, you can actually see that is shaped like the head and the beak of the pelican bird. Very practical and easy to operate clip. The entire cap is made from crystal clear resin, and also we catch a glimpse of the very beautiful nib inside the cap when it's closed. At the end of the cap we find the cap band right here. On it we find embossed Pelikan Sovereign Germany. I love that this band protects the edge of the cap from chips or cracks. To uncap this pen, we only need to use one complete turn, and that's it. Once uncapped, we are presented with a very beautiful ornated 18-karat gold nib. This motif embossed on the nib is the trademark of the Pelikan nibs. This nib comes with a plastic feed, and this is fully detachable because it comes as a nib unit. This also helps if you are cleaning the pen or if you just want to buy a different nib unit and have a different nib size for this pen. The section of this pen is flared at both ends towards the nib and towards the threads, and towards the nib it has a ring that again protects the edge and gives a very nice feedback, letting you know that hey, you are running out of section. If you are a person that grips the pen slightly higher, those threads can be a hassle. I find this pen pretty comfortable, but it's a bit back heavy, so keep that in mind because if you do post it, this becomes more noticeable. Inside the barrel, we find the ink chamber, which shows the ink sloshing inside, and this is very mesmerizing. And this also makes the pen carrying and using it very satisfying. Then we have the piston followed by the piston rod right here, and this is a very smooth and easy to operate. Every time I use it, I get the sense of how much German engineering went into making this filling mechanism, because it's smooth and very precise and offers a rewarding filling. At the end of the barrel we have the piston knob, and on this knob we have a two-ring configuration similar to the one on the cap. All of the trims on this pen are rhodium plated, including the nib, and if I'm not mistaken, the last digit from any Pelikan model, if it's a 5, that means everything on the pen is rhodium plated. Closed like this. This pen measures 140 millimeters. Length uncapped from the tip of the nib to the piston knob right here is 127 millimeters, and if we post the pen like this, we have 166 millimeters. Weight of the pen capped and inked is 30 grams and uncapped is 21 grams. Let's have a writing sample and discuss this pen more after the writing sample. Let's take this pen for a spin and see how it is writing. We have pen Pelikan M805. Nib, we have 18 karat gold medium. Ink, very beautiful, one of my favorite turquoise inks. Waterman, inspired blue. Then we have paper Tomoe River 68 GSM. Now let's try the famous sentence. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. You have to understand that I'm writing very uncomfortable here. Now let's try a wetness test. I feel that this nib it's on the wet side. Yes. Now let's try a double pass. It's not a gusher, but most likely it's a wet nib. This is a 18 karat gold nib. I don't advise you to try flexing it, but if you do have some experience and try it, you will find a slightly fatter line when flexing, but this is almost not noticeable. Now let's see, this has very similar strokes, so we don't have any stub-like qualities. Now let's try reverse writing. Yes, it will take the nib from a M to a fine, and it is not scratchy and performs well. I find this nib very nice. It does handle quite well on Tomoe River paper. It doesn't skip, it doesn't have any hard starts, it's smooth and it's relatively stiff, but I like it. This is the first Pelikan fountain pen that I've used, and I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with the build quality. For me, being a demonstrator is visually stunning. I love seeing the ink inside slushing, and I also like seeing the inner workings of this pen. Also, this pen made me open into trying a different model from the Pelikan brand, and that model is the Demonstrator M1000. Also, regarding the 805, I only have two things that I wish I could change. The first one probably has roots in my obsession into seeing ink where it shouldn't be, and I don't like seeing ink at the base of the section right here. And this could be a very easy fix. Pelikan, you just have to place a O-ring on the nib unit, and that seals the section from ink that gets inside. But that's just me. The second thing that I wish I could change for sure would be the weight distribution of this pen. When it's capped, it's very balanced, but once you remove the cap, this pen becomes a bit back heavy because of the piston filling mechanism. I think this is it. Let me know your opinion, and if you do have questions, leave them in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe to the Pen Venture YouTube channel and follow us on all our social media accounts. Links below. I look forward to seeing you next video.